Hello, welcome back to another YouTube video. Today I'll be showing you my keyboard collection. I've been building some keyboards over the past year and wanted to show them off and offer some build inspiration. The first keyboard we have is the Zoom TKL Dyna. The case is a polycarbonate case with ceramic keycaps. It has a knob and a screen, and overall it was pretty easy to build. It only took me a couple hours as a first time keyboard builder, and this is what I would consider my Thocky build. It has a palm plate which is pretty soft and flexible, considered a Thocky plate, and it has the KeyGeek Y2s and the ceramic keycaps, which overall makes this a very Thocky keyboard. The aesthetics are pretty nice overall. It has the nice Year of the Snake keycaps, and then the polycarbonate allows you to see through the keyboard a little bit, and it does have some RGB. The Zoom TKL Dyna also has a ball and catch mechanism. You can take off the faceplate, and then you can easily access the PCB to make any changes you want. Like you can change the case foam, add a tape mod, and anything else you want to do. Now let's get to the sound test. For the next keyboard, we have another Zoom TKL Dyna. It is in gunmetal gray and it's an aluminum case. It features the palm plate again, and it has PPT seal keycaps instead of the ceramic keycaps like in the previous build. My goal with this keyboard is to create a silent keyboard so I can use it in the office and still type just as well because it feels like a normal keyboard. Overall, I was pretty successful with this. All I had to do was basically use a different kind of switch. I used the Otimu Peach V3s, which is a silent switch, and it pretty much mutes all the sound, but it's just a little scratchy. This keyboard is still the same as the previous one, ball and catch mechanism with a knob and screen, and the same RGB. Now for the sound test. The third keyboard is the Neo Ergo. It has an ergonomic design with a split keyboard, and it's supposed to have your hands angled towards each other to have an ergonomic feel. At least that's what people say. It's supposed to be more ergonomic with this design. This keyboard was a little bit of an afterthought. I just had some extra keycaps and switches laying around, and I decided to put them in this kind of design as I don't have an ergonomic keyboard. It has the Moon V2 switch, which is a little bit Thocky, and a polycarbonate plate. Overall, I tried to make this keyboard a little bit marbly. It's not the thockiest, but I don't think I was the most successful at achieving this, but it's just a nice ergonomic keyboard to have in my collection. Overall, this keyboard features a ball and catch mechanism, and you can see that the PCB can be taken out and disconnected easily, just like in the Zoom TKL Dyna. Overall, I feel that this Neo keyboard is built better than the Zoom TKL Dyna. The materials feel a little bit more solid, and the ball and catch system is a little bit tighter as it doesn't pop off as easy. Now, here's the sound test. The fourth keyboard, which is a little bit out of order, is the Wuting 60HE Plus. It was one of the first keyboards I built. I bought the module and I used the Alumaze case from Wuting. It comes with a polycarbonate plate, and because I was trying to achieve a Thocky sound, I think I used the foam in this one. The switches are the Gateron Magnetic Jade HEs. I was pretty sure I built this in 2024. There weren't too many HE switches at the time, and I think these were the best ones. The keycaps I got off of Amazon, I think there's some shine through dye sublimated PBT keycaps with the side legends. Overall, the aesthetics are decent, a little bit of a blue and gold theme going on here. The thing is that HE boards usually don't sound the best, so I do not think I really achieved my goal of having a Thocky keyboard, but I'll let you be the judge of that. Here's a sound test. The best but not the last keyboard is the Neo 80 CU. Overall, this keyboard is the best that I own, I think. It's built incredibly well and it feels very premium because it is around 11 pounds. I heard that Neo boards usually are designed to be clacky and not really thocky, so I went for a clacky build. It has an aluminum plate with the Swift V2 switches. This is a good combination to have a clacky build for the aluminum sound and a clacky switch. It doesn't really have RGB, but it has a nice little badge. And the colorway I got was Dusty Rose, which is a little bit of a pink theme. On the back, there is a nice champagne weight, but most of the weight I think comes from is the copper, which is the part surrounding that champagne weight. Overall, this keyboard is my favorite. It just feels so nice, but it doesn't have a ball and catch system because of how heavy it is. It is screwed in, but I don't really take apart my keyboards that often, so it doesn't really inconvenience me. But here's the sound test. It is overall pretty clacky. Last we have the Wooting 80HE. It is using the zinc case and I've recently modded it to become more clacky. I changed the polycarbonate plate to a carbon fiber plate, and I changed the switches from the Everglide Sticky Rice V2s to the Owlab TI HE switches. Then I upgraded the keycaps to a nicer ABS keycap. This is my main gaming keyboard. It is pretty nice. It has the function row, so some of the games like Valorant, Overwatch, you need to press those to see some instructions, and it has some nice dedicated arrow keys. Overall, I'm enjoying the clacky build a lot more than the thocky build. The thocky build is kind of my fault. I kind of stuffed it to the brim. It had tape mod, foam everywhere, just to try to make this keyboard more muted and deep. The clacky build was just a lot more simpler to achieve and maintain, and now my keyboard doesn't feel like it's stuffed and like the Hall effect is being messed up. So overall, it's an upgrade, but maybe the sound may not have been an upgrade, just depending on your taste. If you like a deep sound versus a clacky, higher pitched sound. But here's the sound test. Overall, that was my keyboard collection. Each of them have a little bit of a purpose, some for gaming, some for thockiness, some for clackiness, and some for silence. I hope this was a little bit of an inspiration for you to build your keyboard and create your own desired sound. Wishing you all the best of luck. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one when I post again, maybe in a year.